Sergeant Didsbury from South Yorkshire Police here.
Hi.
It's in relation to a call you made to us on the 16th about somebody's driving standards, where you've recorded it on your CCTV. You've spoken to one of my colleagues who's taken a statement of you.
Yep.
I've reviewed the footage that you provided, and I'm just wanting to speak to you about it.
Okay.
Can you tell me what your opinion is of it?
Of the behaviour? Well, I think it was dangerous.
In what way?
And that the passed me at high speed, way closer than would be. I mean, if I was to wobble a bit or to swerve around something, I could quite easily have been hit.
Right. Yeah, I appreciate that. Now, the speed limit on that road, was this on Wadworth Road, was it?
I think it's called Doncaster. It's between Wadworth and Tickhill.
Yeah. I knew it was which one it was, which is the national speed limit area.
Yeah.
I have watched the footage. The unfortunate thing is we'll not be able to pursue this at all, and I'll tell you the reasons why. We've watched the footage. The vehicle is seen to move out to avoid you. It misses you by about 2 to 3 feet. Is that about right?
No, I'm saying between 1 and 2.
Right. Okay. All right. Then 2 foot. Then we'll agree to be at 2 foot then. At no point have you deviated from your position on the road at all. So we wouldn't be able to.
So I was following a nice predictable line. So I mean, you'd think. I mean, there's a completely spare lane that he could have used, which he chose not to for some reason.
Well, he has moved over. He has actually gone slightly onto the other side of the lane, hasn't he? Yeah,
exactly, slightly. But I mean, if you're looking like the highway code, which shows you how to pass a cyclist, it's nothing.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, ensure there's plenty of space for that cyclist to make sure that they don't get deviated from their position, which you haven't.
What do you mean? Well, how would I deviate unless I was hit?
You haven't been deviated at all. You've continued on your journey. It's still in a straight line. It's not been that close that it's knocked you off your bike or caused you to wobble at all.
Yeah, but it's caused me distress and alarm, hasn't it? I mean,
right. Okay. Well, that could happen at any time. That could happen by somebody taking you at a national speed limit by going onto the wrong side of the road, causing you distress and alarm because it's a big vehicle. So we wouldn't be able to run that, I'm afraid to say.
That wouldn't bother me at all. I mean, I'll get passed all the time. But
yeah, as I'm sure you do because you're on a push bike.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the problem that we will have with this, we wouldn't be able to prove careless driving in this matter. And the reason is because the vehicle is seen to move across into the other side of the lane, over the central line, to overtake you in a safe position.
So what you're saying, it doesn't matter how close this driver comes to me?
No, it does matter. It does matter. However, in this circumstance, because of the evidence you provided to us, we wouldn't be able to run a careless driving.
So how close does the driver have to come before it then becomes...
Well, it's going to cause... Right. All I'm saying is, in this situation, okay, we cannot run a careless driving case.
Right. So, I mean, to avoid me coming and making complaints about drivers who are...
I'm not going to stop you. I'm not going to stop you making complaints about drivers. We'll review the evidence on every occasion that you come in and make a complaint.
No, I'm not saying that's what you're trying to do. I'm saying to stop me coming and wasting my own time, what sort of standards should I be looking at before I bother coming in? So
we can't say because every single situation is different, isn't it?
So
because if you're cycling on a windy day and you're actually not able to maintain a consistent straight line and you are wobbling yourself and a vehicle overtakes you and you would deem to be sufficient space, and it causes you to wobble even further, then that could be deemed as careless driving, couldn't it? But on this occasion, your deviation there's not been any deviation to your journey whatsoever. You've continued in a straight line. The vehicle has passed you. There has been a 2-foot gap.
So say these exact conditions, if I were to bring in exactly the same conditions and he missed me by, say, an inch, that wouldn't be dangerous?
Well, it could be. It probably would be.
But if I didn't move, it didn't deviate from the path at all, I'd still have to hold a straight line.
It probably would be because there would be a backdraft from you, wouldn't there? From that vehicle, which would cause you to be deviated from your line.
Well, possibly.
But every situation has to be looked at differently, doesn't it? On its own
Oh
measures,
yeah, absolutely.
And on this case, like I said, I'm only talking about this case. Okay, I can't be hypothetical or anything like that because we'd have to look at every single case as it comes in. On this case, we wouldn't be able to run this careless driving, I'm afraid.
Right, just sounds incredible that somebody can pass me like that and get away with it.
But again, we've looked at the evidence that we've got. He has made effort to overtake you in a safe manner.
Well, I think he's made an effort not to hit me, but it appears like he's come close to me deliberately because there's so much spare room available to him to make a safe and considerate pass, which he decided not to do for some reason, known only to himself.
No, but the thing we've got is he has moved out to overtake you.
Yeah. So do you think it could be that he simply knows what the rules are? That if he comes out a certain amount, he's not going to be charged.
I don't know. I
So
don't know.
he can go around putting the shits up cyclists.
I can't comment on somebody's mens rea without actually interviewing
No,
them.
I'm saying that's it. I mean, if somebody knows that this is going to be your line on it, that you're not going to charge anybody who frightens a cyclist, but they.
No, of course we will. If somebody intentionally frightens a cyclist, then we will. We will deal with people.
Yeah, but how do you know that it's not intentional?
Driving? Because we have to look at the evidence, don't we?
So all I'm saying, you're saying I could be passed like that?
No, hang on. We have to show the offence in the first place, okay? And at this, the evidence that we've got in front of us, there isn't evidence to justify that there is a careless driving case.
Right. So okay. I could pass like that all day and there'd be no problem with it.
If I put this person to court, the court would not even honour it at all. They'd turn around and say, get this out of my courtroom. And the reason is because that person has shown that he's moved out to overtake this cyclist with the effort that it needs to do in a safe manner. Okay? And then they'd say, and the cyclist has made no deviation to their journey whatsoever. Because you've been cycling in an appropriate manner. You've been away from the white line that's on the inside, so you're actually cycling in a safe manner. Okay? The vehicle has moved out into the other side of the road to overtake you in a safe manner, overtaking you again in a safe manner, and that's what they would say.
I just don't believe that was safe at all.
Sorry?
I don't believe that was safe at all.
It's not a case like the vehicle has forced you onto the grass or anything like that at all, is it?
No, I'm not saying it's hit me
or forced you further into the road.
No,
You have maintained at all times your position on that road.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not questioning that at all.
And because of that, and because of the position he's taken, he's moved further out to ensure that he can pass you safely. We can't justify progressing.
You see, the thing is, I think he's pulled out fine to ensure he doesn't hit me, but not to ensure that he doesn't frighten me or intimidate me or threaten me.
Right, okay. But that's a personal thing for yourself, I'm afraid. We wouldn't be able to prove that, and he wouldn't be able. How would he ever be able to be prosecuted for that? Like I said, we're looking at the careless driving aspect, and in the eyes of the law, with the evidence that we've got, there is no case.
So that's not inconsiderate driving then.
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, I'm afraid not. Not in this case, then.
Right on them. Okay.
Okay. Your CCTV, do you want them back, sir?
No, I don't need those.
You don't? All right, then we can just destroy them. Then.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, right on. Cheers.
Bye-bye now.